So my name is Michele Saamanen. I'm the mother of two twin daughters. They're 24, so they're kind of out on their own, and I work full-time at GoodLife Fitness. I basically looked for training because I was kind of at a crossroads where I knew what to do, but I really didn't have the motivation to do it myself. And from working at GoodLife Fitness, I've seen a lot of great results, and a lot of people change their lives, and I was just at a point where I needed to do that. I was feeling better, healthier, like about myself, so it was just kind of time for me to do that. I think it was more, there really wasn't an event that set me up. It was more like I just needed to feel good, and I needed to feel better about myself, and it was just time. It was not time to wait anymore. It was time for me just to kind of do it. And the injuries were kind of feeling better, so I kind of did it. I think my basic need was just to find somebody who would be there for me and help me fulfill what I wanted to do, which was to feel better about myself. And that's kind of what I was looking for. Got a little more than I was looking for, but that's what I was really looking for. And someone to push me. I think my goals were basically kind of simple. They were more, I didn't set any weight loss goals. I didn't set any inches goals or anything like that. That wasn't my whole plan. My whole plan was so that I would feel good. And when I felt good, everything else was going to come into place. So I was kind of looking at it as a personal level, as well as like for my family, with my husband, that type of stuff. I was just kind of looking for that end result so that I would feel like me. Because I wasn't happy. Looking at me and at work and everything, people would see me as a happy person. I'm a very outgoing person, very bubbly person. But really deep down, I wasn't happy. Like with myself, in my relationships. I kind of do a lot of things for other people. I don't really do a lot for me. So it was kind of the point where enough was enough. I needed to take care of me. When I first started or thought about training, my whole expectation was that it was going to be a lifestyle change. It was going to be an all or nothing thing for me. It was not really the money. I mean, money's always important, and you have to put out money to get what you want. But it was more like how much time I was ready to invest in it with myself, which up until then has been an issue. I haven't really wanted to invest time and money into myself that way. So I kind of expected it to be kind of a little more taxing on me, as opposed to actually what it turned out to be, which was great and enjoyable. When I met with Adam for the first time, obviously I had known of him prior. I had seen him working out with people, so I knew what type of trainer it was, which was what attracted me to meet with him. Met with him for, oh gosh, I think it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I think I experienced every emotion going in that consult, which was probably a good thing. I got so much more than I expected. I expected someone who was going to help me take myself to the next level. What I didn't expect was someone who was going to care so much about what was going on, with me, with my life. Always interested. Someone who was going to push me to limits that I never thought I could do. I was doing things, I had so many injuries, I was doing things that I never thought I'd be able to do, from squatting like with the dumbbells in my hand to like pushing sleds across the floor. It was just amazing. But I guess probably the most important thing I got from Adam was, and this may sound silly, but we kind of made it a little bit of a pact that every night I would have some kind of contact with him, whether it was a quote, whether it was my thoughts, whether what it was. Those made the world of difference in my training, in my attitude, in my end results. Adam's more than a trainer. He's there for you 120% all the time. Whatever you would need, he would be there. Whether it's a simple, hey, good job, or hey, you know what, let's just talk today. He's there to help you however you want him to help you. Everybody, I think, is different. For me, it was one of the best experiences of my life, and it changed me as a person way more than I thought it would. I think my biggest accomplishment is not necessarily one, because I think I have many. Like I said before, I didn't start out training to really lose anything or lose inches or weight, sorry. But I did. And that was great. I loved it. My husband loved it, which was a big thing. What I got, I think, diet-wise was Adam and I decided when I ventured into this whole journey that I would try this particular diet that he was on himself. And it was a totally new experience for me. I've never done that type of a diet before. And it was rough for the first week or so, but I totally embraced it and feel so much better. Number one, my migraines, I was an avid migraine sufferer, and I think I've had maybe one real full-blown migraine series in the whole 4 months that I've been with Adam so far. As far as the stress and everything else, stress was never something that I really had a problem with, but what my probably biggest accomplishment would be is that I now realize that I'm a person, and that, damn it, this is gonna happen. Let's just wait for 1 second. That I'm a person and that I'm worth this, and that's probably my biggest accomplishment, is him helping me realize that I'm worth this, doing this for, and I'm the one who is doing it and getting the results, and he's just along to help me. Wow. Overall, this experience has basically given me, honestly, back my life. Professionally, it's given me the courage to make a choice to venture out of my comfort zone at a place where I love and I'm comfortable with, and I love the people, and I'm going to go out on a journey and try something new, which I would not have done if it had not been for working with Adam. Health-wise or physically wise, it's made all the difference in my life as far as the way I feel about myself, which in turn reflects in the way I deal with my family, with my husband, with my friends. I kind of am just a little more confident in me, and I kind of stand up a little bit more for me now instead of just kind of doing for everybody else. I'm kind of doing for me. Strength-wise or like health-wise, it's great. Like, I have way more energy. I am comfortable in the gym. I feel like I know what I'm doing. And people notice it, which makes you feel good, because what in turn it's helped is other people. Other people have seen my results, and now they want to get involved with Adam as well, which is great for him, for me, and for that other person. Because it just shows that, you know, with a positive attitude and everything, like, the results are just endless, and it helps, you know, everybody. I chose Adam as a personal trainer, first of all, because I felt like I related to him just by watching him. I loved the way every time I saw him, he was reading books, always trying to better himself, reading about, and it wasn't always just about like athletes. It was about women and people going through menopause and people having all these injuries and everything. And that's what kind of drew me to meet with him originally. Once I met with him and started training with him, I realized that by far he was the right person for me. He knew, even when I didn't, and I'm a little stubborn, so he knew that there was times where maybe I shouldn't be working out or doing some things. I've had a lot of injuries. Even though I would get frustrated and think that I was having a setback and I was not going to be able to work out, which has happened to me in the past, he would just take his time for a minute, console me or whatever I needed at that time, and then get me through it, and we would go on to something else. The reasons I chose Adam are kind of irrelevant for the reasons that I stuck with him. The reasons I stuck with him are basically because he does do exactly what he says he's going to do. He doesn't give you a lot of stuff and says, this is what I'm going to do for you, this is what I'm going to do for you, and not deliver. He delivers 100% plus. Like I said previously, he is always there for you in whatever way you want him to be there. He's basically helped me change my life, so for that I'll always thank him. What I guess I wanted to say is, anybody who's thinking about personal training, I know I've been there, I know we've all been there, and we're just thinking about, is it worth it? It's a lot of money, it's a lot of this, there's so many different things that come up in your mind. You know what? Go for it. You live once. I went for it, I chose Adam, and it was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. And I've done a lot of great things. You need to find that right person for you. And I think if you talk to Adam and you give Adam a chance, you'll realize that he is the right person for you. And you know what? You only have yourself to work for and work towards. And you're the one that counts right now. So don't worry about what's going on with everything else. Just worry about what's going on with you and what you need. And you know what? You'll look back on this as a positive experience and maybe thank me later.